Hello and welcome to another episode of Business Breakthroughs, unveiling online business success stories of ordinary people from all across the globe. I am Anuswa Mahajan, your online business coach and strategist, and I help everyday people achieve their extraordinary dreams by providing them with all the sales tools, the systems, the trainings, and all the support that they require to successfully start and run their online business. And today I have with me Krista, all the way from Canada. So, Krista, welcome to this interview and thank you so much for joining me today. How are you doing?
Ryan, thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for taking out time. It's a pleasure to have you today. So let's begin with just if you could introduce yourself and tell us how did you and why did you start this business?
Okay. Well, my name is Krista, and I'm from Trenton, Ontario, Canada. I originally came from Germany. My family moved here when I was really small, so I only remember Canada really. And yeah, I've moved around a bit in Canada, but this is where I've settled, and I love this area. But I have two daughters and I have four grandchildren, and so they keep me busy. And so the reason I got into this business was my grandchildren. Actually, they were part of the reason. Was when I was younger, I raised my girls on my own. I was a single mom.
Okay.
So I lived paycheck to paycheck, basically, and worked two and three jobs. So at that time, you're just surviving from paycheck to paycheck and just living, and you're not really thinking about getting anything put away for your
Yeah.
later years, right? So, and I really didn't think about it, like you just go on. But then as I got up into my mid 50s, and some of my friends were retiring or had really, firm plans on retiring, I thought, oh my goodness, what am I going to do? Because I don't have anything put away. So that's when I really started concentrating on finding something that was in the online space. Why the online space? Not because I had any experience, because I didn't. But I just feel the world is going that way, and that was
Yeah.
the way that I should be looking. And plus, I wanted flexibility and I wanted stability because I didn't want to work the traditional job
Yeah.
forever, right? I wanted the lifestyle of retirement. And
Yeah.
that's really why I was targeting the online space. So yeah, that's when an ad came across my feed one day, and this business model was presented to me, and I knew right away, like my intuition told me right away, that this was for me. But I did my due diligence. I watched all the webinars and all the videos and everything
Mhm.
that was available to me. But I knew right away I was going to join. But I just, I did everything that I had to do to just satisfy that, that negative Nelly that's
Yeah.
always in our heads. It's always in our heads. And but my intuition has never steered me wrong, and it didn't this time. It's been the best choice I ever made.
Wow, wow, that's amazing. Thank you so much for sharing that. It's so good to know your journey here and how you began and your reason for starting this business.
Mhm.
I'm from IT background actually, and although I have a very good paying job, but I did realize with time that so much there's so much uncertainty in the job market. There are job losses happening, and that was my biggest reason to start something on the side so that I could have more control
Yeah.
basically. And that's how I began in 2021. Thanks
That's
for
very
sharing, Krista.
Yeah, that's very smart because, like you said, it's smart nowadays to have more than one income stream.
Yes.
It's not like when my dad's generation, where they
Yeah.
would work in one place their whole lives and end up with a pension at the end of it. That's not the way the world is anymore.
Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely,
yeah,
absolutely.
yeah.
So moving on to the next question. So you are, I think you're the biggest proof that age is no bar in this business. So can you share your thoughts on how actually literally anyone can start this business? Not only, not I'm not talking just from a senior person's perspective, but thoughts on how people with no business background or tech background can also do this business, because I come across people who are super skeptical just because they are self doubting themselves,
Yes.
and they feel that no,
Yeah.
I have maybe run past that age where I can learn a new skill set.
Yes.
So
Well,
yeah.
I'm proof of that right here that you can't do that. I started this business at 59 and a half. I always put that half there.
Yeah.
And so I was almost 60 when I started this business. And I've been doing it for almost 4 years. So, and I don't have a problem with saying my age. I'm actually very proud of my age. I'm 63 years old. So, yeah, if anything, it has enhanced my life. It has not made it worse by any means, because you really get the time to really concentrate on your health and well-being. uh, Positive mindset is such a focus in when you own your own business, so that is so healthy for you as well. And as far as learning the business, the training is so easy. When I say easy, if you take your time step by step, anyone can do it. And
Yeah.
if you have the mindset of learning, and you want to be, you're teachable, you will be able to learn it. And because I'm not a genius, I'm just a normal person, just like everybody else. So if I can do this, anybody can do this. And age has nothing to do with it. Absolutely nothing. And I had no online experience whatsoever, other than posting the odd picture now and then on Facebook for my family, and that was about it. That was my extent of social media. So so yeah, now for my age generation, is it there was an adjustment, because anybody that's my age can relate to the fact that we were brought up that to be seen and not heard. So
Yeah.
to put yourself out there is very foreign. It's very foreign for us, because it's not, we weren't brought up that way. You don't do that. You just sit in a corner, you do what you're told, and you do a good job at whatever you're doing. And that would, and not that to say that's good or bad, it's just the way it was back then, right?
Yeah.
So putting yourself on the internet is adjustment, and I did have to go through an adjustment doing that. But now I love it. I love. I have found that I'm very creative. I love,
Mm.
making posts and being creative about them. I love doing videos and being creative and putting different stuff on the videos.
Yeah.
So to me, it's like a great big coloring box, coloring, what do you call it? Coloring book, with all these crayons that you can mix and match and do what you want and get very creative. Um, so yeah, and it's just healthy as you get older to not be idle and to do something
Absolutely.
and use your mind and and of course your body, but that gives
Yeah.
you the time to take to exercise or to do the more physical stuff as well that you didn't have when you were working the 9 to 5 or whatever you were doing before, right? So I hope that answers your question, Anna Soya.
Absolutely, absolutely. I think you've explained it really well. Absolutely. I totally agree with everything you mentioned here. I mean, even with me, like people sometimes feel that I'm from IT background, so I had a previous skill set regarding social media, but that's not correct. My area of work is completely different to what we do in the business here. So everything I've learned from scratch, and like you said, the trainings are so good. We have really good training provided, which anyone can learn. You just need to be teachable, coachable, and absolutely anyone can learn from it and progress and leverage the knowledge. Absolutely.
Absolutely, yeah.
Moving on to the next question. So, we have this mantra in our community, faith over fear. So, if you could tell us how living by this mantra has made your life more meaningful.
So faith over fear, is that what you said? Like living your life faith over fear, is that right? Okay. Well, to tell you the truth, 𝐻𝐻𝐻𝐻, I'm kind of a jumper anyways. That's kind of my
Okay.
personality. Like
Okay.
and that's just my natural personality. I'm the type of person, if you ask me to do something, I'll say, yes, let's go.
Okay.
So, so the faith over fear that was not a big jump for me. That's how I
Okay.
kind of live my life naturally. And I love that about myself. I love that I don't let things, although I do feel the fear, because people think that when you're like that, you're adventurous, that
Yeah.
you don't feel the fear, but you do. You feel the fear, but you don't care and you do it anyways, right? Because because you've done it so many times that it's only something good's going to come out of it. You're going
Absolutely.
to learn something, you're going to grow somehow, you're going to, have fun or explore, you're going to like something good is going to come out of it, right? So I have learned that through my life. So I'm a yes girl for sure. What I do like about the community that I really wasn't expecting, it was a nice bonus, is how and how it's a growth mindset, and how um, it doesn't matter who you are or where you are in the business. You just have to reach out and somebody will be there to help you. It doesn't have to be your mentor or your coach,
Yes.
because we all get that. But it's just the community as a whole. We are all there rooting for each other. It's not a competition. We're rooting for each other for each of us to be our best selves. And that is how I live my life normally. And I just thought I couldn't have landed on anything that was more perfect for me, because it is like that, right? So that was a nice bonus. And I really feel like I found my tribe.
Thank you
Yeah.
so much. That's wonderful to know.
Yeah.
Um, Really, you have given such nice things here. You mentioned it was really nice. Thank you so much. Um, in regards to fear, I just wanted to add something which I feel is so. In my case, I was like, when I got this opportunity, I was very scared, but with me, what I feel is when I'm scared, I get that additional kick to do it, and that's like a challenge I throw to myself. And that's how I thought that, okay, okay, I don't have any kind of business expertise, I don't have any kind of social media knowledge. Let me try this. It is going to develop another level of skill set within me, and I'm going to grow. I'm not going to go back in my life, right? In anything, I will go forward, basically. So that's how I have taken the fear, I would say the fear stuff with regards to this business in my life, basically.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
It's
much.
unfortunate that some people do allow fear to stop them from doing something,
Yes,
because
exactly.
that happens a lot. It's not even just this business, but a lot of people
Yeah,
that feel that fear, and they think that that fear is telling them to stop. And,
exactly. Yeah.
and some people confuse that for their intuition, where it's not. Intuition will never show up as fear. It will
Yeah,
never show up as fear. So they allow themselves they allow their fear to stop them from something that could really enhance and change their lives. So
right,
you have to be comfortable with being uncomfortable.
right,
And
absolutely.
then you will grow. And it doesn't matter what it is. And it's just like this business. It costs nothing to look into it. So if you're fearful, okay, that's cool. We all feel the fear. But it costs nothing to watch a webinar, to look into it, to ask questions, to inquire, because
Yes,
everything is under control at any time. So what does it hurt to look into it, right?
ex-
Yeah.
exactly. Thank you so much, Krista. It was a pleasure speaking with you today. Before we wrap up, any final words of suggestion for our audience today?
Okay, well, just to add a little bit about that fear is, Anasoya and I can recommend this business as much as we want. And we do. We both believe in the business. We know what it's done for us. We're very happy. I still wouldn't be here almost 4 years later if it wasn't a legitimate business and it didn't make me happy. So obviously we can sing our praises about it as much as we want, but you have to know, you have to believe in it. And the only way that you will is if you take the steps to look into it.
Absolutely.
And that's all I can say is do the take the steps yourself and find out for yourself. Don't listen to us. Take your own steps. That's my advice.
Thank you so much, Krista. It was amazing and it was a pleasure speaking with you today. I look forward to connecting with another business owner soon on my page from a different part of the world soon. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in today. Take care. Thanks, Krista. Bye.
Thank you for having me.
Bye.
Bye-bye.